I'm Kyle Murphy, and today we will be talking about protein supplements. My goal is to help you decide whether you should be taking protein or not, and I really kind of just want to educate everyone on the science behind it, whether it's good or bad. Some of the main points I'll be talking about today is the history of supplements, dating all the way back to the 1900s. Then we'll move on with pros of taking supplements, then cons of taking supplements, and then the alternatives of protein, different proteins you can take. For example, vegetarians have different supplements that they take because they don't want to eat meat, which is the most of the proteins in. So why do you need protein? When you work out, mainly exercise and use like resistance training, you break down fibers in your muscles and you will have to repair those muscles, which you want to use protein to do that with. That's like the only way you can repair muscles. It also helps you build bones, cartilage, skin, and blood. It's very good for your bones. If you eat enough protein or drink enough protein, it will help reduce your appetite, so you don't want to eat as much. So that some say that does help with weight management, and it also boosts your metabolism. So the history of supplements began late 1900s, but bodybuilding was a big thing in the 1900s. So people would do whatever it takes to just get bigger and stronger. And then the Sandoz Health and Strength Coca-Cola or cocoa, whatever it's called, that was actually the first protein developed in 1919, and it was mostly just milk and egg batter mixed together, and they knew it had a lot of protein, so they used that. And then in 1950, the first dissolvable protein powder was made. Now that means like powder that you put into water or milk and you can stir it around and it'll like turn into chocolate milk, but it has extra protein in it. And then after that, protein goes on the free market, so people keep selling it and you can buy it now in big containers and whatnot. And then after that, the quality gets an upgrade. That was in about the 80s. So they started doing tests on these proteins to see whether it's actually healthy for you, if it actually gives you good protein, and if it's actually protein. And then the quantity gets an upgrade, which is, so they'll start making bigger containers of this stuff that you can get 100 to 300 scoops out of, which will last you 5 months if you work out every day. And then in 1993, the most popular brand, whey protein, was introduced. That's been backed up for years about one of the best brands on the market. And then today's proteins are 100% different. They have amino acids, BCAAs. They're a lot healthier, a lot more clean. So, yeah. Now we're going to go to the benefits of supplements. Why you need protein? It's to gain muscle and size. People want to look bigger, look healthier, so they want to take protein to help with that after they exercise. Eating natural protein is just not enough for some athletes, so when they're done working out or exercising, they'll take their protein powder and put it in the water and instantly take it, so you get like 20 grams of protein just like that for just a couple sips out of a shaker bottle or whatnot. And I talked a little bit about this earlier about weight management. It'll fill you up more, so then you'll feel less hungry. So whenever you're hungry, eat a lot of protein, I guess. And then recovery, talked about that before too. It helps recover your muscles and make them bigger because you tear them down, wear them down, and then this will build them up. And then there's a bunch of added nutrition and protein, like amino acids, BCAAs, a lot of other stuff, a lot of vitamins and whatnot. More benefits would be it's fast and efficient, so it literally takes 4 seconds to pour into a bottle and drink it. And then for vegetarians and vegans, it helps a lot because they don't eat meat, and that's the main source of protein. I mean, there's other things like peas and nuts and whatnot, but if they really need to get their protein in, like bodybuilders that are vegetarians, they have a bunch of all-natural protein powders, like supplements, which they do make. And now we are going to go to a YouTube video. 1 second.
Does adding protein powder to your diet help you get better results from resistance training? Well, there have been so many studies done on the topic. If only there was a meta-analysis that put all the results together so we can get the best answer possible. Aha, found it! Published in 2017 in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, this is the largest review so far on whether protein supplementation leads to gains in muscle mass and strength. It combined the results of 49 randomized control trials. In these trials, almost 2,000 people were put on a resistance training program. In these people, the average protein intake, even before supplementation, was approximately 1.4 grams of protein per kilogram per day. And this is already above the recommended dietary allowance of 0.8 grams per kilogram per day. The experimental group received an additional protein supplement of 36 grams per day on average, with almost half of the trials using whey protein. The control group most commonly received a carbohydrate supplement to make sure that the total calories were the same as the experimental group. The average resistance program was 13 weeks long, with training sessions 3 times per week. On average, each session had 7 exercises, 4 sets per exercise, and 9 reps per set. And the results? Well, protein supplementation improved strength, muscle size, and lean body mass. So you aren't wasting your money after all. Protein supplementation does lead to some benefit. But wait, there's a catch. First, there is a point where adding more
So that is more of the benefits. Obviously, they experimented it and it helped a lot with building mass and muscle. Some cons of protein supplements is the FDA leaves it up to manufacturers to evaluate the safety and labeling. So I know lately I think now actually, like as in a month ago or so, now it has to be FDA approved, so you know everything's good. But they used to have it where they could put anything they want in the supplements. It could be super bad for you. I know I've gotten a couple things that like people say are really bad for you, but I think now it is FDA approved. It has to be. Uh, There hasn't been a lot of research on this, so we don't know the long term effects on protein supplements because obviously it is kind of fake protein in a way. It's made in the lab. It could cause digestive problems like diarrhea or whatnot. Some protein supplements have a lot of sugar and calories in them. Sugar is obviously not good for you, so you don't want that, but it does help it taste a lot better because some of it tastes bland. And then there's also a lot of toxins in protein powders that they don't talk about. Some healthy alternatives for like vegans, or if you don't want to take supplements or eat meat, you have all these natural foods like soy, walnut, peas, all natural proteins. And then if you do want to eat meat, obviously that's the most natural protein out there. Yeah, peanut butter, everything. In conclusion, my opinion is I do think people should take it. Well, I don't know, it's kind of up to you, but it is a fast recovery after a workout and it will help build your muscle. Also, if you don't have time to eat all the time, especially after a workout, uh, that's always not the best case. So you need a little fast protein dose. You get that in and it helps recover your muscles. And yeah, thank you.